Hello, everybody. Welcome back to the Grown Ass Kids Club podcast, where the treehouse is always open, but the adulthood is optional. I am Ryan.
I'm Andrea.
And I wanted to start, I was going to greet you by saying, how do you do? Shake hands.
Oh, God.
The weather's fine. Shake hands. If you know what that's from, you're going to like today's episode. And if you don't,
and also imagine we're both wearing like basically sumo wrestling outfits.
The most stereotypical, but honestly, that part, which we will talk about in this, I feel like I'm just like being so vague, but I want to play that part.
Being so elusive.
I'm being so elusive. But yes, today we're talking about the wonderful, wonderful 1980s Alice in Wonderland 1985 movie, TV special. It was like the last of its kind TV
wonderful
special.
in your opinion.
Yeah, I think it was the best picture ever made.
You love it though.
Yeah.
Okay, like spoiler alert.
Spoiler
Too
alert,
long, don't read. You love it.
Yeah, TLDR. I
Okay.
love it. And I can only guess what Andrea thinks. But it's this part of my series of making Andrea watch things that I love, that she's like, why did you make me watch that?
I had to hold back texting you about so many things. Like I just, and I was like, sometimes I feel like our friendship has to be on pause until we can do the pod in a way that I wouldn't have to censor myself otherwise.
Yes, because this was a two-parter, and I was like, you only have to watch the second part, and then you text me, you're like, I watch them both, and then I so badly wanted to know more, and I was like, I have to just wait. So, anyway.
But yes, 1985, Alice in Wonderland, which was on CBS.
Yes, CBS. It was a television miniseries, and we're going to get into all of that. And there's not that much information, but before we jump into that, I don't know what's happening with you.
I know. We were chatting before this, and I guess and it was funny. You were like, "We don't have to talk about this if you don't want to," and I was like, "Well, I'm the one that brought it up." Like,
well,
don't make me sing. Don't make me sing. Yeah. Anyway, I was just kvetching to Ryan. Kvetching is Yiddish for complaining. Well, I would say righteously, like it's fine. I think it's a part of it. I don't want to get mixed up in that toxic positivity that's spreading all over the webs, because I think it's okay to just like have your feelings. But we're both actors,
Yes.
And the business has been very difficult. And I've wanted to be an actor ever since I was a little girl. I think that's why it's like so, like on my brain right now. But I'm just, I'm getting called in a lot, and I'm getting called back, and I'm not getting the role right now. Mm-hmm. And I was talking to a friend yesterday, and I was just basically like, I see these other people that are working more consistently, and I was like, and I don't feel like they're grateful like how I am. And I was like, I'm grateful, but I also want more. But like if I told the little girl Andrea like all the things that I do,
yes, exactly.
She would be like, oh my God, that's so amazing. Like you're like, I mean, she like, it's funny because I was doing research about, we're going to do in an upcoming episode about Richard Scarry, and that it's about like just the things that people do in everyday life. Like I just wanted to like work at McDonald's when I was little, and like
simple little things.
Right. Like I brought the little girl I nanny to go get something notarized the other day at the bank, and she was like, wow.
I want to be a notary.
I know. Yeah. She's like, look. And she was like, is this guy a superstar who's signing this paper? Like she just was like, amazed. He's wearing a suit. He's behind a big desk, And I'm trying to stay grateful, but I'm also just like, I'm tired and I want a job. And,
yes,
but I am really grateful. And I think it's just like, I just have to remember I'm living a life that like maybe somebody else that's my age would want, but also 5-year-old me would absolutely like, it would blow her fucking mind do relate to this experience.
And I'm glad you brought the little like inner child or like smaller version, because I was going to suggest, I was like, sometimes I've read where if you're feeling that way, you sit down and write a letter to your younger self and say like, you're going to do this and this. And then when you're reading it, you're like, oh my gosh, like, you know, personally for me, like telling the younger self, like, you're going to live in New York City. You're going to have done this. You're going to meet this person. You're going to do this, you know, even to say like, you're going to have a podcast. Like, what's a podcast? Right. You know, so like those kind of, it just kind of helps recenter and put it into perspective.
Totally.
But it's valid also, though, to have a dream and want that and, you know.
And I mean, I think when I was younger, I was like, oh, I want to be a superstar. It's like, I don't want that actually anymore. Like, I just want to be a working actor. Yeah. You know, like, and that's essentially what I want to do. And I'm so grateful because like I have great representation now and I have people that believe in me and I want to show up for them, you know, and I want to show up for myself. It's like, and I appreciate that too, that it's like the dream morphs, right? It's not just about like, oh, I'm going to be Lindsay Lohan or, you know, like whatever. It's like, no, that's not what it is anymore. I've found another purpose in it, you know? Yeah. But like being a dreamer that I was when I was a kid has brought me to being like the dreamer that I am now. But I'm not giving up. I'm over-invested. And we're about to build a studio in our new place. And so like we're moving forward and it's all good stuff. It's all good stuff. I don't want to sound like I'm complaining, but you know, I was thinking about when we were watching this little girl who is in this film.
Yes.
What is her name? Something Allen. What is her name? The little girl that plays Alice?
Natalie Gregory.
Totally close to Natalie Allen's
and you know name. She has a Disney connection. She's the voice of Jenny in Oliver and Company.
Oh,
the little girl.
God!
Yes.
I love that.
Just thought you might like to know that.
Okay, I did not. I must have seen it when I was looking at her IMDb.
Yeah.
But I was just thinking about like how many little girls they saw in casting and like she had to carry this 2-3 hours worth of material, you know, and I was like I feel like I'm only capable of doing X amount of stuff right now. So
I think that like from as a child, like looking at her doing something like this Alice in Wonderland special, I feel like that's something you can do as a child because you don't have necessarily the awareness of like what it is. You're just like, oh, I'm getting to play Alice. And you're not thinking about the things we think about as adults. Like how many people are going to be watching this? What jobs am I going to get? Like you're just there to have fun.
Right.
And you're not thinking like, oh, I am the centerpiece of this mega Hollywood star-filled expensive production. Like you don't think about that. You're just like, oh, I get to play on these cool set and dress up and do like
right.
And who like she might not even known some of these celebrities that were in this with her.
Pretty much every great like character actor, stage actor of that time was in this. But yeah, like it's I guess that's a good segue. So
it is. Yes, because you can be an actor, and I was saying work begets work. So you may have a job that leads you to starring in a miniseries special, which they don't really do anymore. I feel like this is an example of something that is an example of like event television that they doesn't really exist anymore because of streaming.
Of course.
Really. But even at the time, I think cable and home video changed this because event television just wasn't necessary. Like you didn't have to be at home at this time because you could get it on video and watch it later.
I mean, the only things I think that are like kind of like appointment television, big events are like sporting events and award shows and the Real Housewives of Rhode Island reunion because you don't want it spoiled for you on the social medias. I'm sure these are all evergreen for everybody, you know.
Yeah.
No, I know, and I remember I made me think a lot about specials they would do after school specials like
don't get pregnant.
Yeah, like made me think about Disney. What were you saying?
I'll say that was the third Alice in Wonderland. Like Alice gets pregnant.
Oh no.
Actually, that's like, weird. She's a little girl. I'm sorry. I didn't think about
we
it.
come
She's
back
older.
like
It's 10 years later.
It's 10 years later.
She's over 18.
Yes. She's like 18 years old,
Yeah.
and
she's
like,
40, and it was an accident.
and she's ready to start her life. She's been girl bossing, and
she wants to freeze her eggs.
Yes.
But yeah, shall we talk about this Alice in Wonderland special?
Let's do it.
This is a CBS miniseries. It aired on December 9th and December 10th, 1985. It was 2 nights because obviously the viewership, they could get 2 nights. That was a pretty common strategy at the time. And this was produced by legendary TV producer Irwin Allen, who is often called the master of disaster because do you know what films he was involved with? The Poseidon Adventure and The Towering Inferno. So that was obviously pre-80s, but by the mid-80s, he started to do like big television movies. Mm-hmm. And
Poseidon and The Towering Inferno, did they have a... I don't know enough about this.
Oh, so I thought you were going to make a joke. That's why I was smiling at you. No, what? Oh, The Poseidon Adventure and The Towering Inferno. You know the movies, like... The Poseidon Adventure is one of the ship that sinks. It's kind of like Titanic, but
I don't know this film.
Shelley Winters won an Oscar for it.
Oh, wait, now I'm okay.
It has that song, There's Got to Be a Morning After.
Oh, okay.
Did that ring a bell?
You are a young man, but you're such an
But I'm
old
also
gay
85.
in your body. Yes, like
I'm also in the home getting my diapers changed.
Well, we talked about this recently. Is like I was like, you're not a Bravo gay,
No.
and like my boyfriend is like he's the Bravo gay, and I was like, but you are a Broadway gay, and you're a film like history like buff too.
I guess sort of more Broadway. Broadway is probably the part that's the thing that ages me. I think.
But I think about you're bringing like Shelley. What was it? Shelley Winters, who's Shelley Winters is also in. This, is she not?
Yes, she is. And you know what other Disney movie she's in?
What?
Pete's Dragon. The Gogans.
Oh.
We got a bill of sale right here. Let me perform it for you, please. Don't make me sing. Don't make me sing.
Don't make me sing.
5, 6, 7, 8. Anyway, so go back and you can watch The Poseidon Adventure. It's a good movie. I think they've remade it as well as they would, but it's actually it's like a disaster film. It's like a lavish like cruise ship that sinks.
I'm intrigued.
Yeah, it's sad too, but
they weren't disaster films. They were about disasters.
To rephrase.
That's why I wanted to ask you.
Okay, sorry. Yeah,
that's
master
okay.
of disaster, just meaning like he would work on films about disasters. They were not like films that came out and was like, this was a disaster. Nobody got paid.
Oh, I was thinking like, the Twilight movie, the Twilight Zone movie they did in the 70s when like the lead actor and 2 children died while making it during a helicopter stunt. Like I was like, oh, is it something like that?
Or like The Crow where they shot someone. Yeah.
Oh, yes. Rust. Fucking Alec Baldwin.
Yeah.
Oh, Jesus.
Rust.
Oh, Jesus.
Long
Island Zone. Anyway.
Yeah. But yeah, so this is Irwin Allen. And it's Alice in Wonderland. It's rather than doing just Alice's Adventures in Wonderland, which is the first book, they decide to combine it with Through the Looking Glass, which is another book. And so obviously it makes it for a 2-parter. And the biggest selling point of this miniseries was the cast. Mm-hmm. It has got so many people. I mean, when you watch the opening credits, it shows everyone, and I'm sure when you watch it, you're just like, "Oh my god, that person! Oh my god, that person!"
With the Minecraft effects in the beginning.
Yeah, it does have. It's supposed to be like a chessboard because it's a chess, but it does look like Minecraft ahead of its time.
Right? It knew.
Irwin Allen's like, there's going to be a Minecraft movie starring a guy named Jack Black.
I'm getting together with a Swedish developer in a few years who
He's like,
is
that
the richest
movie
man
will be
ever.
a disaster.
Yes.
Actually, I think it was successful.
Oh, yeah. Like, I think critically, it's always weird when critics, look at kids' niche films anyway.
like Super Mario Brothers.
The beginning, and if I can say in the beginning, when they do that, they really cut themselves off at the knees. Like I'm like, they didn't let you be surprised.
Oh, like
back
a
in the
reveal
day.
as you're watching. Yeah.
I'm like, let me see Simon Davis Jr. in my own time. You know?
Yeah, like you just wanted to come on screen and be like oh my god, entrance applause. Yeah, I guess it was. I don't know what the exact choice. I mean, I guess it was just to get you excited. Probably so you watch the whole thing because you're like, oh, I want to see that person. When do they come on? Because these each were like a couple, probably 2 nights. It was probably 2 hours each night. So, because when you watch the full thing, like out commercials is like 3 hours. So
there's a series that came out recently. I won't say what it is, but this is quite different because you have many stars. You have many people. You can't even like contain it. It's like 10 pounds of shit in a 5-pound bag. It's like 10 pounds of shit in a 5-pound bag. But like there's a series recently where it was a huge reveal of a cameo that was happening, and I remember being on IMDb watching the series, and I had no indication that this was going to happen. And so when it did, I was like, oh my god, like it was so exciting. And I guess I really do like that.
Yeah, it is fun, but I guess this was, I don't know.
It was a different way of film.
Before,
this is indicative
there was no
of how
social
they did
media. There was no
things.
anything.
Yeah.
So there's more than 40 recognizable actors, comedians, musicians, television stars. Some of them are only in it for a couple minutes. Most of the big ones, like they get a song, I think if they're a singer. Some of them are not singers and get songs, but
they sell it though.
Yeah. Red Buttons is in it. Sammy Davis Jr., Ringo Starr, Carol Channing, Sherman Hemsley, Ann Jillian, love her. John Stamos this was like before Full House or right after. Like I think I've looked this up before.
General Hospital time. This is around General Hospital. He played a character, and the character's name was Blackie.
Yeah, this is before. Oh, this is before Full House. So
right. Scott Baio as well. Unfortunately,
yikes. Patrick Duffy, Martha Ray, Roddy McDowell,
Carol Channing.
Jam tomorrow, jam yesterday, but never. That's like a iconic.
Yeah,
I've seen a drag queens do that.
It's funny. I thought I had seen this previously. I got it confused with Storytale Theater with
Fairy Tale Theater.
Oh, I'm sorry, Fairy Tale Theater.
Shelley Duvall.
Oh my god, did I say Storytale?
You did.
Do you want to know why? Because there's a woman on Real Housewives of Rhode Island who said that. She was like, this castle, it's like a story tale.
Oh my god.
And I made fun of her, and now it's entered my vernacular. Felicia.
Storytale. Fairy Tale Theater. Shelley Duvall.
Shelley Duvall, yes. So I guess I was like, it must have been like with that. And I have only seen the clip of Carol Channing. I have not seen any of the rest of this. I thought I did.
So then can I just ask your initial thoughts watching, if you had like a little summary of how you felt?
I'll start with the positives. What an undertaking, and like these people fucking went for it, and like I'm happy that I saw it, but this, like the amount of cocaine people were on in the 80s, like this train is just never late. You know what I mean? And I had a nightmare the other night, and I think it was very much residual from this, where like my niece was like in the Alice position. Because like I had watched this, then I saw her at a birthday party, and I think the two things like combined together.
Yes.
Just like putting her in dangerous situations.
Yeah.
With not only that, with adults, and oftentimes alone with grown men. And I'm like, we need another child, but we also need like maybe a social worker right now.
The social worker of Wonderland.
It's like we need an intermediary right now. It was nuts, and I felt like it was like I have ADHD, and I was like, this is ADHD. Now I understand it follows. It's very true to what is in the books.
Yeah, and Lewis Carroll was known, like, I think they say like he was on drugs or like writing these stories. They're very like,
really?
Yeah, I can't believe it, but Allegedly.
Well, it's funny because like it was very obvious that like it was like psychedelics that like that Lewis Carroll was on, and that it combined with the efforts of like Studio 54 cocaine, like eight balls, you know.
And then the fabulous minds of gay men.
Yes. But I mean, it was thrilling, and it also made me like be like, I'm not going to question any idea I have going forward. I'm just going to go for it.
It is. It's like they commit to the bit. Everybody in this, and I did mention like it is a musical. I think I did mention songs before, but it's like a musical, and I actually think some of the songs are well done. I like them. They're catchy. Steve Allen wrote the songs, and
that's where the Allen came from.
Yes.
Now I'm remembering.
Yes. I think Steve Allen did a lot of I'm pretty sure he wrote, I meant to look this up, but I think he did like a lot of jingles and things like that. Like the songs are very catchy, like earwormish. And I do think there was a time and a place when this could have been a Broadway musical. Yeah. And I still think Alice in Wonderland could make a really fun family Broadway show, and I like the songs for this. It obviously would have to be trimmed down. It can't be 3 hours. But there's elements of it that I get like a producer hat, and I'm like, oh, I would love to like create this, because I do think there's something like just has this old school Broadway feel about it. It
gave me like Once Upon a Mattress kind of. I mean, also because you think of like Carol Burnett in the TV film in the 70s, or no, it was the late 60s, I think.
Once Upon a Mattress, on Broadway, and then they filmed.
But I think they did the film.
Yeah, they did film, and then then Disney did it.
Yeah,
and then and she played the Queen instead of and Tracy Ullman played the
right. I like, I could definitely see that. Like, yeah, it definitely has its like its play. Like it feels like very niche. There's a groove for this kind of thing. So I totally see it. Yeah. But I agree with you. It's the same thing I had when I watched The Irishman, that I was like, how many times are we going to watch fucking Pacino have a meeting with somebody where I don't really feel like anything's coming from it? I was like, this could have been, we can cut this down, Scorsese, But yeah, I totally agree with you. The songs, in particular, what is the one that the two queens sing to Alice?
What's one and one and one and one? The audition one?
No, the one at the
sad
end. Yeah.
Where they're like, emotion.
Yes. And then the Goodbye Alice song too, I really loved. Even though I was like, well, we'll get to it, but I was like, some people here are a little bipolar, because suddenly they're all real nice.
Yeah. It is a very that's the thing about the Alice in Wonderland story, which I was thinking about when I watch it now as like an adult. I'm like, this child is lost, and it's kind of like almost like Wizard of Oz-esque too. Like,
I was going to bring that up.
She's lost, and she's seeking help more so even than Dorothy. Like Dorothy, I feel like at least has friends who are committed to her. Alice keeps meeting people and being like, I'm just trying to get back home. And she's like looking for an adult to help her. And these adults are not reliable.
No.
Not safe. It almost like, I don't know how to describe like what it does to you as a child, because you're taught like, oh, find a grown-up for help. And in this world, she can't find one to help her.
Yeah.
And it's like, I don't know, there's something about I watch it now.
The women are mean and the men are fucking creepy.
Yes.
Or they're gay and they don't care. They're just like, get out of here, bitch.
You're competition for me.
Yeah, don't be at our tea party. You're taking up a seat.
Yeah. We're expecting a hot guy to come.
Yeah.
I just watch it and I was like, wow, she's really like searching. Like if you really want to get into like Alice's character, if you were playing her, to be like, oh, I'm like lost, I'm afraid, I don't know where I am, I'm just trying to get back home, and it's upsetting, and it's like being in a nightmare. Like my mom tells me to go find an adult, and I can't find one that is like I'm comfortable. Like
that's not in Zoobly Zoo garb, you know?
Yeah, that's not telling me weird things that don't make sense, or like wanting me to eat things, or like The Cheshire Cat to me is the most disturbing.
Ryan.
When he has the song when he's like,
Ellie
"There's
Savalas.
no way home," and he's like, and then she's just like, but I'll give it to Alice, an actress. She does stand up and is like, "No, that is not like I'm gonna do it." You know, she does leave. I feel like she removes herself when she's like, "This is nonsense. This is ridiculous." She does it a couple times. I feel like where she steps out.
Maybe this is a good time. I want to get back to Telly Savalas, though, because he says one of the most deranged things ever. Well, not deranged, but just troubling. Let's say troubling. But this actress who plays Alice is so phenomenal.
She's so natural, and like she actually was it's a wig she's wearing. She's not blonde.
I thought so.
Really? I thought it was no.
Yeah. I mean, it's a wig in the way where it's like it's dream hair. You know what I mean? Not a wig in the way where it's like you went to Spirit Halloween, you know, and got it on discount.
And
like,
it gets wet and it dries beautifully.
Right. Like it is the most gorgeous, like Goldilocks hair goals like ever. Yeah. She has such an angelic face. She moved me. This actress moved me. And you're right. She does. There's so much heavy lifting, and everybody, you know, we often like talk about like script analysis and character development. Like that's something I'm very interested in. And like the roles that I play are very down to earth, and you generally as well. Actually,
like,
sometimes
what the fuck do you do?
No, I'm thinking about some of them that you've had recently, and I'm like, maybe not. Never mind.
Always. I can be real.
I was thinking about the one that you shot out west. That it sounds like you were pretty nutty in that. I'm generally playing someone pretty close to myself when I'm doing a role.
I feel like similarly. It's like an exaggerated version of
Yeah. But she has to switch on, like being terrified and then being trusting and then saying, "Where are your manners?" And like, "No, don't speak to me that way." And I'm like, "Oh,
she has to become like, I know you probably hate this, but she has to become like the mother figure to some of the men, or she's like, or even to the queens, and she's like, they're there, like she consoles. She has to console like adults.
Oh my god. Well, and then at the end when
you could say it.
Well, the fucking number she does with the White Knight.
Oh right.
What the absolute?
Did you think like that was? I watched it. And I was like, all right, this was a different time when it was like a weird thing where like older men would dance with younger girls, and it's like I feel like back then people watch it and they're like, it's so endearing, it's like they're in love. But now you watch it and you're like, it's incorrect.
Well, I think it's because women have been aware of this for a very long time. But I think now that Quiet on Set has come out, and that was just back in like the late 90s when that was happening, early 2000s. I just like, there were so few guardrails, I know, when this filmmaking was happening around child labor laws and also around animals too that are in this, which by the way, some of the humans are animals, but then there's a goat and then there's an actual pig. And I was
felt like they were trying to pull out all the stops and be like, we've got celebrities, we've got kids, we've got real animals, we've got talking, we've got songs.
Someone throwing a baby.
Yes. We got like, I felt like they were just like, we need live animals in the show too to get people to be like, oh my God, look, there's a deer.
Right.
You know, so it was interesting when they would have like the chimpanzee, and it was just like, why? Like those were things that I was like, those are just added for pure, like, look at the chimpanzee on TV.
I have such gratitude because I was working on a set a few years ago, and I was there when the woman from the ASPCA showed up and said, "I'm here to take care of the bees," because there were bees that were going to just be shot just in there, like just being bees. And she was there to make sure that they were humanely treated. And I was like, God bless these animal activists. And I'm watching this with a live horse on this soundstage.
And they're like,
a pig fucking screaming for its life.
I know.
A monkey that was like, hug her, hug her.
Yeah.
You know?
Hug her, we'll shoot you.
You better. You're not getting a sugar cube after this. You know?
Yeah,
Like,
I know.
And I'm just like, it's not like what the bees got.
Oh,
you
yeah,
know?
definitely not. Yeah.
And yeah, so it's it was a lot. But what I will say is like, God, she was phenomenal, and I hope she was okay. Did you ever hear of any interviews she did?
No, she doesn't. I think I looked her
really
up and she
talk,
doesn't
I heard.
act anymore.
Yeah.
I feel like she might be like a lawyer or something now because I thought, oh, it would be so interesting to like, she doesn't live here because I was like, oh, I'd love to meet her and like ask her about like, what do you remember doing something like this? But I don't think she acts. Maybe after this, she was like, I'm done acting.
Yeah, it's so weird when like kids that were like, all right, I did that, and now I like the kid from Willy Wonka is a veterinarian now.
Yes.
Like, and he seems to love it, you know?
I guess like when you're a kid, like you think you want to do something mixed with like, I don't know how much your parents are involved in you wanting to do something, or like it is something you enjoyed and then you get older and you're like, oh, I don't really. I mean, when you have a job like this too, you kind of get to experience something that, you know, people dream about doing, and you get it so early, and then maybe you're like, okay, I kind of fulfilled that. I'd like to do other things, you know?
Yeah, that's got to be weird peaking in, like, that is kind of back to our discussion in the beginning. Like, I'm so grateful that I haven't peaked. Like, I don't think I've peaked yet, and I don't think you have either.
I've peaked.
No.
I'm done.
No.
Done. I'm 85.
I don't have anything to
Time
say
to
about
go to the
it.
home and watch the Poseidon Adventure. Shelley Winter's movie
I'll be there
marathon.
with my ladies.
Yeah, with my ladies.
Next is a Vanessa Redgrave joint.
Yeah.
But like then Angelica Houston afterwards. I see that for you.
Yeah.
But yeah, like what is it like, to have like a whole life in the beginning and then go have a whole other life afterwards.
Yeah.
And like how much are your parents pushing you to do it in the beginning? I don't know. I was talking to Reed about this and I was like, you and I have talked a lot about AI recently, and I was like, I sometimes think it's okay if it means that children aren't like being exploited, like in terms of, oh, whoa, that sounded like I was going in a different direction. I meant acting on films like when they have to cry. Like I was watching a film recently and this baby was crying in it. I was like, how'd they get the baby to cry? Let's just do some
Turn the camera on.
I was like, let's just do some AI. Then I'm okay with it because I don't want any trauma to come to any child, you know?
I was just, somebody showed, it was a thread on Threads. And it was like, we're
still trying to make it happen.
Yeah.
It's not getting there, but we
but
want it.
This thread was like, share your favorite, like, editing or blooper that like made it into the movie. Mm-hmm. And so one of them coincidentally was Willy Wonka. In the opening when he's like the Candyman can, it's, you know, do you remember the movie?
Yes, of course.
Okay. So
I was in a staged
who'd
version
you play?
of it. I played Violet's dad, but they made it a woman because
so Violet's mom.
Yes, but she was still a car saleswoman.
You're turning Violet.
Yeah. I'm gonna have a blueberry for a daughter.
Oh, is there a video of this?
There's pictures I could definitely find, and I had really Texas like high hair. Like they just made it like she, you know. This happened a lot that I would end up playing a role that was supposed to be a man. Like I remember I got called back to be the cowardly lion, and I didn't end up getting it, but I was the only girl that got called back for it.
That's sweet.
I give off aggressive energy.
Anyway,
but yes, in it, there's a blooper.
Yes, he lifts up there's a counter, and the counter, like, you know how it like opens midway, like you can lift up part of the counter to like exit.
Oh, does he hit somebody?
Yes, he hits the little boy in the face, and it makes it into the film, and people are like, oh my God, I love that part. 'Cause it's just like in the down right of the screen, so you kind of don't notice it. But
right.
He does flip it, and the boy's like... flips his head back. But there was one, I guess it was from a movie, damn it, I think it was Bradley Cooper holding a baby, and the baby's obviously so fake.
American Sniper.
Yes.
They have a jelly baby.
Like, what the hell? Like they're like, I can't, you know, so just the fake baby thing.
Well, they're having an argument. He and Sienna Miller, I think, is who plays his wife in it. Is it being like rough
with the baby?
Yeah, and like he's like, oh, the baby, and it's a jelly. They in film they use something called a jelly baby when they don't want to have like a real baby, and it like it was like jiggling around. You can't handle it.
Yeah.
Like,
so maybe think of that.
Well, yeah. So,
So yeah, we could have used AI for maybe the animals too, if we want, like, so we don't have to put real animals through something that most animals are like, I don't want to do this.
I know all of you are like listening to me right now and they're like, oh, she loves AI, does she?
We love
Oh,
AI.
nice.
This podcast is AI. I'm AI.
I was like, acting is for adults only. And I mean that not like I don't like kids. I just don't want them to experience any sadness.
Yeah, any sadness, stress.
Or any trauma. Or animals for that matter. But yes, sorry. But she just was so phenomenal. And I was just so blown away by her, just so blown away by just everything she did. She was so just watchable. I couldn't take my eyes off of her, Yeah.
They filmed this over like 55 days,
Oh
which is
my
a long
God.
time. And they filmed it on some of the same sound stages that The Wizard of Oz had been filmed on. So I think that's cool. But they had to build a lot of these facts and things. Like, there's not a lot about this online. I mean, there's Wikipedia and IMDb, but there's not a ton of like information. I wish like people who created this would like do one of those like oral history things and like talk about all the problems or the fun things. But I guess they were constantly tearing things down and rebuilding because there wasn't enough stage space for everything, because they have so many sets in this and everything is real, which is what I love about it too, is like everything is real. There's only a few things that are outside Alice's home, which was in Pasadena. And then
I've seen that home before.
You have?
It's been used in something else for
like, you've been
sure.
there?
Oh, my cousin lives there.
I live there. The Walrus and the Carpenter.
I've had sex in that room,
Oh, it's a porn house.
Well, that would be if it's out in there's like
you blow
take this part out. No, when I got to LA, I started hearing people being like, oh, is that shot out in this place? It starts with a C, and it's like, that's where the porn
Culver
begins.
City? No, that's not it.
I like want to say Chattanooga, but it's not that, because that's in Tennessee.
Is it where they shoot like adult films?
Yeah, I'm saying it was like this place that's like known for like, I want to say chambers, or like,
I'm going to try to look it up.
it's going to mess up your cookies.
I'm going to get the FBI. I'm literally typing porn shooting locations. I'm going to get
California.
I'm going to get signed up for all kinds of emails and texts.
Well, if you ask like ChatGPT, they might be able.
Chatsworth? No.
Chatsworth.
Is that
That's
it?
what it is. Yes. Like, people kept on making this joke. They're like, "Oh, does that shoot in Chatsworth?" Like,
I'm like, coincidentally,
like, what
Alice in
is-
Wonderland was shot in Chatsworth.
because for me, all the porn shot in Florida on the East Coast. Like,
Is it really?
Yes.
Oh. Well, right
Anyway,
outside of Disney World.
I'm so sorry. You
At
can take
MGM
this-
Studios. That's what they were filming at MGM Studios.
Yes. Now it's just shot in somebody's home on OnlyFans. So,
Yeah. Who needs it?
they're suffering as well.
The Walrus and the Carpenter beach sequence was near Malibu. And yeah, they had to, Irwin Allen wanted a real rocky shoreline because there's so they had to remove part of a shipwreck that was embedded in the rocks so the actors could perform safely on the beach. Don't know if that's true.
Just pick another place.
I guess he was like really specific. Irwin Allen was like, I don't want it to be studio at all. I want it to be this real. So I guess they're out there like remanufacturing the beach.
They actually found a survivor when they.
Yes. Some other fun facts.
Well, shipwreck, he must have felt right at home because of Poseidon.
Oh yeah, he's like, listen, we can take that out. Where's Shelley Winters? Speaking of Shelley Winters, she was originally, now again, these are things from the internet IMDb. I don't know how true they are, but they are funny.
Let's speculate.
Yeah, she was supposed to really only communicate through bird noises because she's a bird in the opening. And according to like people who remember on the crew, she jokingly said like, I'm an Oscar winner. You have to give me words to say.
I mean,
As a joke.
we were all thinking it, right?
Yeah.
Like,
I think she was known for that. I think it was Shelley Winters too. That was like they called her in for a meeting for like a movie or something, and they asked her for her resume, and she pulled her Oscar out of her purse and just sat it on the table and was like, there's my resume for you. Which I'm like, valid.
She was serving cunt in that
Yes.
moment.
Let's see. The Jabberwocky was very terrifying. Textures are wet.
It's moist in a...
It's really slimy, and like it really does creep me out.
It was really
like,
creepy.
Don't want to touch it. It's got obvious like gooiness or something to it.
Yeah.
They designed the suit first, and they were trying to find someone tall enough to wear it, which they couldn't find. So it ended up being the special effects artist who helped make it. He played the Jabberwocky because he fit it.
Was he really tall?
I am
He was
imagining
Victor
you're on.
Wembanyama. That's
Yeah.
a sports joke.
I don't get it, but
He was the tall guy on the Spurs that everyone...
meow, 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 meow. I want chicken. I want
Kareem
liver. Meow, meow,
Abdul-Jabbar?
meow.
Does that
I know the name.
Okay, there you go. There you go.
That's not who that is, but that height, you mean?
He's like, they're just huge.
Yeah, they're tall.
Like, super, super tall.
Yeah.
So he was in there because they couldn't find anyone else tall
I guess
enough?
they were trying to find somebody, like an actor or somebody to do it. And then they're like, hey, Tom McLaughlin, you helped create this. You're tall. Can't you just do it?
And Peter, what's his name, who plays Chewie, I guess. Do you know the guy who like plays
Star Wars?
Chewbacca? Yeah. It's like Peter something.
I can't do it.
Anyway, I just sounded
was
like
too
Tina
busy.
Belcher more so than Chewbacca. It was terrifying though. And her face, it was traumatizing to see her traumatized.
Yeah, she
you know?
really does a good job being scared. And I remember watching when I was little because, fun fact, we had this taped on VHS when I think it re-aired. Because
Is this a fun fact, or it was just something I absolutely knew to be true without you telling
Yeah,
me?
it's not a fun fact. If you know me, this makes sense. But they must have re-aired this because I
Sure.
remember it being on TV again, and it was taped, and I had the tape, and I used to watch it all the time. And I had a large Raggedy Ann and Andy doll, and I would take off Raggedy Ann's dress and put it on and pretend to be Alice. And I think there's photos. No wig though, so
Fine.
it's just
You couldn't go to the Spirit.
yeah. There was no
Halloween.
Spirit Halloween at the time. Damn. The celebrity scheduling was very complicated, as you can imagine. Like when I watch it now, I'm like, oh my God, how did they get all these people to coordinate? Because most people came for a day or two. They were filmed like guest appearances, they must have had to, But an example, Edie Gourmet and Steve Lawrence, who are married, who play Tweedledum and Tweedledee, which I would want to play that part because I love their song. We could play them together.
We could
It would be
totally
really
do
fun.
it.
They flew overnight from a casino engagement in Reno, rehearsed the next morning, went straight into filming, and then I guess went back.
That basically sounds like us when we worked on that short film together.
Right.
Remember, like we were in like the fucking Marriott and you were like, I have the combination to work.
Yes, we did it in the hotel room.
It was all you though.
Don't hold your breath to see the film, though.
Yeah.
Don't
we'll
get me
see.
triggered. I'm triggered.
I honestly shouldn't have brought it up because it's a huge bruise to push
It's
for
really
Ryan.
something I think about late at nights still. I don't know what to say.
Me, there are some things I want like people to never see, and then I see people doing this, and I was like, honestly, fine.
Yeah, I let them see everything.
Open the library of all of my
Release
of my
the-
repertoire.
Release the files.
Release the files.
Erwin Allen reportedly joked that he couldn't tell Edie Gourmet and Steve Lawrence apart because they look so alike in the costume.
I beg to differ.
Yeah, they don't look alike, but I do love them both.
He was calling out non-binary before.
Yeah, he
We
was
really
a
had
true
the
trailblazer.
language.
He's like, they're trans.
Yes.
And
You're like, get ready to be the grand marshals.
yeah, you guys are flying to the Pride Parade tomorrow. We've got a float.
Busy
Jabberwocky
schedule.
is a gay icon, and
Hi,
so are
gay.
yeah, and so are Tweedledum and Tweedledee. There's also a lot of nightmare fuel in this that people like to point out. Obviously, we talked about the Jabberwocky. The other thing that always kind of weirded me out is Carol Channing turns into a goat,
Oh God.
and she she's like much better. And she's slowly, even though the effect is so 80s, like the dissolving of her into the go, it still always weirded me out. Same with the baby and the pig.
Them throwing the baby around, and yes, the pig.
And it wasn't a jelly baby, it was real.
No. A pig squeal truly is, I think, one of the saddest sounds ever in the entire world.
Yeah, it sounds so painful.
Ugh, it's just, I hate it. I know. That, and so I would say that, and then, there was another thing. What was the thing you said right before this? Oh,
the Jabberwocky?
The Jabberwocky, Carol Channing. Oh, but what I will say are some of the effects, the practical effects that they did. Mm-hmm. I'm sorry, I don't mean to step on toes. Say it. I was just really impressed with what they were able to do, because I'm just like, I don't know how I would accomplish that now. But some other nightmare fuel that was in this, before I forget, is eating and drinking things that you don't know what they are.
Yeah.
Just
yeah.
Girls, cover your drinks. You just don't know.
Yes.
Also, like with allergies these days, it's like, maybe there's a grain in there that's not good on your...
She's got a nut allergy.
I know.
Yeah. Yeah,
you mentioned vertical drama. Vertical drama. It's always a nut allergy.
So the visual effects were supervised by Academy Award-winning effects artist John Dykstra. It's Dykstra.
Wait,
Dykstra. Is it Dykstra? Or Dykstra?
Yeah, I feel like it's Dykstra.
Dykstra sounds right? And
there's a lot of Dykstra heads out there right now yelling at their
pride.
Yeah.
And he was famous for helping create the original Star Wars effects. Oh. But despite him being involved, they really focused. They're like, we want to do everything practically and not have like computer animation.
They definitely, like, their miniatures, I know, were what they used for Star Wars.
Yeah.
Like, the train was a miniature, obviously.
Yes.
I don't know how they got Mr. Miyagi in there, but they did it. But yeah, I was really impressed. I will say the false walls that they have. I don't know if you noticed this, but at one point, and it's happened in a lot of other older film and TV now that we're getting reformatted for TV, is you can see, like on that Golden Girls episode where you see the boom operator like in the corner. It's even happening on like One Tree Hill. People like rewatching it, like the ratio's getting bigger. You could see a false wall in one of the scenes, but I'm not sure you could when it was formatted for television.
Yeah, when you watch it now, you can watch this. It streams on, I think, Amazon Prime, but you can also watch it on YouTube. Mm-hmm. But yeah, depending on the formatting of it in your TV, like the picture might be. Maybe that's how that Willy Wonka thing got in. They're like, damn, the kid getting smacked was cut out when we released this originally.
Honestly, it's totally possible.
Yeah.
Like, because you would think that they just were like, we're going to have a wider screen one day.
Yeah. I know. What are we going to have one day that we're not thinking about now?
A tiny screen, because that's where verticals are going.
We're going back to mini screens, landlines.
Yes.
What else?
No one being vaccinated.
Yeah.
Anyway.
No vaccinations.
Unpasteurized milk, apparently.
Yeah, unpasteurized milk.
Yummy.
And I don't know. Yeah, but that's really, that's Alice in Wonderland. This wonderful, I think it's spectacular. I know I enjoyed it more than you did. I think you enjoyed it a little bit.
Okay. There are parts, yes, that I enjoyed. I also had to watch this. I have a very busy week, and I literally had to watch this in between, like, putting children to, like, on the way to go nanny twins, and then after putting them to bed, And so it's just, like, my heart was, like, extra tender.
You didn't want the kids to watch this?
No. Although I was with one girl and she was like kind of like off doing her own thing. And I was like, oh, do you mind? I just wanted to grab like a quick 10 minutes of watching it. And we had already played a bunch of we had done non-screen time stuff. And then she kind of like looked over my shoulder because she's older, and I was like, yeah, isn't this weird looking? She's like, what is this?
I hope I converted her.
Yeah, if there is going to be anyone to be converted, she might be it. She's very into like medieval times and like Harry Potter and like pirates and So, and she's like a horse girl too, which is why I brought up Toy Story to her. And she was like, I'm not really a Toy Story girl. That's what she said to me the other day.
Okay. Maybe she's at home right now being like, jam tomorrow, jam yesterday, but never ever jam today.
I think she could be. You two could like totally talk about Poseidon.
She's like, I love Shelley Winters.
Yes.
I'm like, oh, come over, girl. You're my friend. We can watch TCM all night.
She's like, On the Waterfront, beautiful film.
Yeah. Love fucking Casablanca.
But I will say, okay, Telly Savalas saying meow baby.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
Well, it's because Who Loves You Baby, which is from Kojak.
His thing, yeah.
So it was like fan service, but saying meow baby to a child.
You felt like he was catcalling her?
Yeah.
Literally. This is where catcalling originated. I do want to point out that Irwin Allen did invent catcalling.
Yes, and Telly Savalas was an instrument in it.
Yes.
So, yeah, like, what I will say is the sheer amount of what they were able to do, insane. The practical effects. They're serving a very avant-garde, shall we say, a very experimental piece of literature.
Yeah.
But it's just so interesting that this is being presented to kids, that this is like for families, right? To watch. This is family
entertainment
viewing. And the storytelling that we do today, I'm so appreciative of what we do because, like, I guess the theme in this is growing up. I don't think she had to grow up. If anything, I think she needed, because in the beginning she's like, I want to join you for tea, and you know, and then at the end, spoiler, her mom's like, you're ready for tea, and I was
You're
just
a woman
like,
now.
Yeah, because like you traverse this thing, and I honestly am. I'm like, give children less responsibility. Let them be children for longer. Let them develop, and like don't, you know, expose them to these things like. When it's like, don't worry, there'll be plenty of heartbreak in the future. There'll be plenty of terrifying things in the future. At least you'll have your childhood to look back on as a time where you got to like let your frontal cortex develop, you know, like before you had to handle the really hard things. I don't think children need to be heroes. Like they do in their little ways, right? Like, but they don't need to be. Like, I don't want a child thinking that they need to quell the anxieties of adults dressed as fucking rabbits, okay? Like, I just, for me as a recovering people pleaser, it was tough to watch this film.
Because she's like, I gotta help you. When do I help myself?
And I need to tell you that you're being very ill-mannered right now.
Let me mother you, let me friend, let me be a friend, let me be everything to you.
There's just like, I think it also, like, I'm very biased because I look at kids and I'm just like, oh my God, enjoy being a kid. Enjoy not knowing what the fuck a mortgage is. Enjoy, you know, enjoy not having to do your taxes or like, you know, protest, you know, enjoy doing all of that. Enjoy running around and like getting lost in things. And, you know, I just was looking for like the moral of it, and I felt like it was like it left me a little like wanting. It was like, oh yeah. It was akin to a lot of other things. It's like growing up, it happens.
Shit happens
in such strange ways, you know.
Yes.
Being on the other side of the looking glass is an example I use a lot, like in my life, especially as a person who's like in recovery from substance abuse. Is just like getting to see that view of like absolute terror is not something like I haven't thought about before. So I do think that's interesting, right? To like go into this like warped sense of being. But yeah, the most disturbing thing was the night dance at the end that I was like,
You can't. You didn't think it was like a sweet grandpa dancing with his granddaughter?
It made me think of... No, I think father-daughter dances are fucking creepy as well. Like, it's like, well, I own this child, and like, you know, now I'm passing her. Here she is.
Pass
you
her
know,
around to
like
my friend.
now she's all yours. Like, when you don't do that with your son, like you're not having a father-daddy dance, you know? Well, I mean, some places.
This past weekend, I think there was some some daddy-son dances.
Some
Probably
leather
then is when
daddy
we were recording
dancing.
this. Yes. Uh-huh.
Yeah, like I guess that's why I kind of like bristle with antagonism a little bit. Like when I see that,
Yeah.
it was reminding me at my aunt's wedding years ago. I caught the bouquet in a very violent fashion. Like I ripped it out of my cousin's hands, which by the way, they shouldn't have let the
You
children.
aggressive? What?
I know. I was like, I want to kiss somebody.
I want to play the cowardly lion.
I know. Get me at him.
I want to kiss someone.
I want to lay my lips on someone else's lips. Like, oh my God. I was like, I just would be like, I want to kiss a boy, maybe a girl.
Yeah, either's fine.
Certain girls, Elvira. Anyway,
Yeah.
but it made me think of where I'm at my aunt's wedding and like they should not have let the children partake in this. Like you just
Touch the
shouldn't.
garter.
But it's like, it's indoctrination also, like being like, you're next, right? You know?
You're
But she let me
next.
have it. And I like stepped on my cousin's toe. And she was like, Andrea, you stepped on my toe. And I was like, I got the bouquet.
Fuck you, bitch.
And then I had to dance with an old man who took the garter off of my aunt. Or like, they catch the garter. Or no, my uncle took the garter off and then flung it. And then he caught it. And they played strangers in the night because we didn't know each other.
Is there video of that?
I'll get in touch with my Aunt Barbara.
I need a
Must be,
video.
but I just remember like he was like, okay. Honestly, he acted appropriately. He's like, you're gonna make me dance with an 11-year-old girl, and like,
And
he
you're just like,
he was a good sport about it, but I was like,
strangers in the night, exchanging.
well, because the DJ went, do you two know each other? And we said, no, I have no idea who this man is.
He's like, perfect.
I like how my mom's like, don't talk to strange men, and then
But
she's like, go dance with that man.
And do it right, Andrea.
Let him twirl you.
Let him dip you, okay? You wanted this. Oh, that's hilarious. I need to see a video of that.
But yeah, I also caught a bouquet at another wedding, and those people are divorced now. Anyway,
Bad luck.
Hey, I'm 2 for 2.
2 for 2.
I played softball, okay, and I was an outfielder. All right, so throw that corsage.
Throw that corsage her way. She'll catch it.
Throw those peonies over to me and me.
Throw the peonies to my hands and knees. Something like that.
We gotta make a shirt like that for like brides, whatever. Where it's like throw those peonies at me and knees.
Throw those peonies at me and knees. Yeah, that's actually cute.
Yes.
You could sell that on Etsy.
Some basic bitch would love it.
Yes.
My God.
You can sell it to some white girl bridesmaid group on Etsy.
Named Brantley.
Yeah. Oh my God, we got these matching shirts.
Oh my gosh.
Well,
Ashlyn, look at our shirts.
Ashlyn, throw the panties at Manny's. Isn't that cute?
I can't wait to be a trad wife.
I can't wait to get trashed tonight
On mojitos.
on mojitos.
Anyway.
Okay, well, this concludes our Alice in Wonderland episode and another episode of my series of where I make Andrea watch things and my campaign to bring back dark children's media. Because I think it's helpful and useful.
It's just you and the Republicans.
Yes. I would like
I think you should start working when you're 5.
Yeah, come on, we need it. Cheap labor.
We need fuck these child labor laws.
Yeah. You're awake. You got the energy. But yes, thank you for listening. If there's anything that you've watched that's from childhood that's maybe it seems disturbing now, maybe it's just fun now, let us know.
Make
we'll
me
watch
watch
it. Yeah,
it.
let's make Andrea watch the most uncomfortable things.
Engage in my exposure therapy with me.
Because it's working, y'all. It's working. Little by little.
Thank you for bringing it to my attention. It was something new for me, and I'm
You're welcome.
better and worse for it.
But mostly better. Follow us on the socials, Grown Ass Kids Club on Instagram and TikTok. And you can leave us a review, comments, messages. We love them all. We'll read them.
And yes, send me
Send Andrea
what you
scary.
want to
Send her
scare
traumatizing
me with.
things, because all I'm trying to do is fix her.
Yeah. I mean, I'm on a higher dosage of Zoloft, so
Yeah, the SSRIs will get a new prescription for all of us.
throw me's, your peonies, and your traumies.
Throw your traumies at her knees.
My knees. I'll
Anyway, thank you for listening. Bye.
do it. Bye. Meow, baby.
Yeah, meow,